Hello, people. I finished a book, The Cruise of the Snark. And it's not Shark, it's Snark. And this book was by Jack London. I don't think I've ever read anything by Jack London. I don't know, maybe in school they made us read something. I did Google a list of what he had written, and he was pretty prolific. There's at least 20 books. At the end of that list, there was another one that came like 30 years later, so I have to guess that that last book was published posthumously. Uh, this was it was a decent book. I don't automatically associate Jack London's name with humor, but this book was written with a lot of humor. This was first published in 1911. My copy here was published in 2003. 340 pages. He builds a boat, uh, spends a lot of money on it, screws around getting it ready to go, and then goes out. Leaves from San Francisco. He goes to Hawaii, uh, and his big mistake was going to like the Solomon Islands, where everybody just gets sick as fuck, and he ends up having to go to Australia to a hospital, and they abandon the cruise. It was an interesting book, kind of a non-typical book for me. I have been through one, two, three other books that I discarded, and I finally settled in on this one. And I'll tell you why I discarded three other books, because last Wednesday I came home from work and I was sick as fuck, and I sat around this house here for 4 days. I finally went to a walk-in clinic, and I had COVID. So it was like the COVID confusion that wouldn't allow me to even get started on a book. I would read a couple of pages, and I'm like, I can't get into this. I'll probably go back and finish all those other three as soon as this COVID kind of runs its course. I feel much better. I had 4 days with just a brutal fever, and fucking not even hardly being able to walk because it was in my muscles. And today I actually did a little job out here. We had a giant cement pot that fucking cracked, and I had to bust that all up, get the plant out of there, and clean up the mess. So I'm back to where I can do some work. I'm eating. I'm still on the medication. Got a couple more days with that medication. And today is Wednesday, so it's been a week. And I want to go back to work on Monday, which will give me 12 days off of work. And I think that's pretty much an industry standard to take 10 days off. But fucking somebody at work had it, because it was really weird. I left work last Wednesday, and on the way home, I felt it. I felt, fuck, I'm getting a fucking cold. And when I got home, I went through my normal routine. I made my lunch for the next day. I took a shower. But by the time, even, like it became time to go to sleep, I became aware that I was pretty fucking sick. And I mean, I worked Wednesday and I felt fine. But by the evening, when I was in bed, I was shivering with fever. We never did take my temperature for a couple of days. When we finally took it, it was 100 degrees. But me and my wife, we both can't see, so we're trying to look at this fucking thermometer. And I'm sure that thermometer, by the time we saw what it registered, it had already cooled off a couple of degrees, because I had pretty high fever. But that's it. I'm actually relieved to have got COVID, because I was a COVID virgin all the way up until now. Figures I get it in fucking Florida. Thanks for watching.